Hey, it's Emily. Can we have a heart-to-heart real quick? I just wanted to let you know that I see you. And gosh, I know that you've tried every diet and you're just over dieting in general, right? And maybe you've been a longtime listener of the show and have implemented some of the habit hacks I've shared here, but you just haven't been able to be consistent due to, well, life and overwhelm. It's not your fault your habits haven't been sticking for you. You just need to do them differently. You need a habit strategy catered towards you, a busy working mom who knows the value of taking care of her health. But you just need a simple system to create habits that don't feel overwhelming and give you back the energy you need and deserve. So it's time to take action, and this is it. You know, my years of being a fitness professional and training moms in particular, I saw a gap between knowing, that we need to work out, eat healthy, and talk nice to ourselves, and actually doing it. Our day-to-day life is just so unexpected due to the invisible load that we carry that it has just been impossible to make your healthy habits stick. That's where the Healthy Habits Accelerator pod course comes into play. I created my signature program with you in mind, ensuring you'll finish it. It's an audio course, and I know you'll be able to complete it on the go, in the car pickup line, or even taking a shower. In just 10 episodes that you can easily binge in just a day or two, you'll leave with a 21-day plan to build momentum in your habits and feel good in your favorite leggings too. And this is all without dieting. Now, this is higher level habit strategy where we dig deeper into my atomic habit hacking system for women to address diet culture mentality, emotional eating, time, and family challenges with food, chaos, disorganization, confidence, self-care, consistency, and sustainability in your workouts, and time and convenience habit hacks, and so much more. This is based off of research, client testimonials, and conversations with you all as far as your biggest healthy habit challenges that you have. We will cover it in the pod course. Plus, I just added 2 bonus trainings and 150 habit loops to help inspire you to create your own. And we even do bi-monthly group coaching calls when you need my eyes on your habit loops to help you continue taking action. Now, you'll leave with my habit hacking trifecta 21-day plan that is going to give you the confidence that you can make your habits stick and train for life and really just fall in love with the process of making your health an automatic habit that you don't even have to think about even more. And since I love my podcast listeners so much, and to celebrate you, I want to give you $20 off of the Healthy Habits Accelerator pod course. Just go to bit.ly/Healthy Habits pod course and just use the code podcast at checkout to get $20 off. It's linked in the show notes for you as well. I am so rooting for you, girlfriend. Okay, let's get into the show. Hey girl, do you wish you could make your healthy habits stick, but life keeps getting in the way? Are you tired of diet culture telling you to shrink yourself when you'd rather just find true food freedom, move your body for joy, and feel and look good in your favorite leggings? Then you're in the right place. Think of this as Atomic Habits for women. Hey, I'm Emily Nichols, habit and fitness coach, millennial mom, and Taco Tuesday enthusiast. I'm here to tell you there is an easier way than what we've been taught about health and our habits. How do I know? Because I've gone from former chronic dieter to habit hacker through the power of the system that I'm now going to teach you so you can finally stop dieting and just train for life via your habits. Remember, it's not your fault your healthy habits haven't stuck. We just have to do them differently. Are you ready to habit hack your health? Then let's do this. You're listening to episode 245 of Habit Hack Your Health. Hey friend, I'm so happy you are here. We're going to talk about something that I think is really, really true for us as busy working moms, and that is the subject of avoidance. Habits of avoidance. Like, have you ever had something in life you were avoiding? We all have, right? I am always avoiding folding my laundry. I used to avoid doing the monthly budget with my husband. If you heard my quarterly update, I'm doing so much better with that as a habit and checking in every month for our monthly budget. My palms aren't sweating anymore when we do that. Or maybe it's for you, you're avoiding a hard conversation or sending an email to someone because you're afraid of rejection. Or maybe you work full time, but you have this other passion and you just are avoiding even like looking into doing it, even though it's on your heart. Or maybe it's just folding the laundry for you too. I think that's so real. But what about your health? Okay, let's get real here for a minute. What about your health? Are you avoiding taking care of your actual health? Now, maybe this is due to maybe a not so great experience working out in the past, or past failed diets, or you just don't trust yourself based on your past experiences trying to establish healthy habits. Or maybe you're avoiding it due to physical and mental exhaustion, and it just feels so freaking overwhelming to even try to make a healthy habit stick. Or you feel guilty, or you just have lack of motivation, right? Diet culture mentality might have just put a bad taste in your mouth as well, and you avoid any health-related habit at all costs because you're like, I don't want to restrict, I don't want to work out hard to burn off what I ate, and I don't want to like spend like an hour meditating. It's just not gonna happen. Now, we combat all of this in my signature program, the Healthy Habits Accelerator pod course. Go grab it. We're getting ready to do our next bi-monthly call here in the next couple of weeks, and I'd love to have you on there so I can give you some more customized help. But pretty much I give you some of my very best habit strategies, teaching you the atomic habit hacking system that I only teach in this pod course. Yes, it's a pod course. That way you are able to listen on the go. I made it with you in mind, girlfriend. So many of us buy courses and we don't do it. I don't want this for you. And pretty much you walk away with a 21-day plan with some customized habit loops, habit hacking tools to ensure your habits stick over the next 21 days with your food freedom, mindset, and movement. And it has all the challenges that I know you face based on my own experiences, working with clients, conversations with you all, and just doing life with you. Okay, so go grab it. It's linked in the show notes for you. So then what happens? What happens when we are just not taking care of our health and we're avoiding it? Well, other than the fact of there could be some unhealthy repercussions physically, mentally, emotionally with that, we can start creating actual habits of avoidance around our healthy habits. Okay, so what is a habit of avoidance? So avoidance behaviors are any action people use to escape or distract themselves from difficult thoughts, feelings, and situations. Sometimes self-care gets a bad rap because sometimes people use self-care as a way of avoiding a hard conversation, or like, I'm working out really hard to avoid like a self-limiting belief you just don't want to face and make better in your life because you have to do a lot of hard mindset work. Mindset habits are always the hardest. It's the one I personally struggle with the most. Now, there could be various forms of habits of avoidance we're doing. And when it comes to our health, and based on your own personal experiences, but based on conversations with my clients, bi-monthly pod course participants, we create habits avoidance like the ones I'm going to share with you just due to being a busy, working, overwhelmed mom, right? You're probably headed into your 40s. Things just ain't working the way they're used to. So you're making these habits of avoidance instead of digging deeper into your health. So let's talk about it, and then I'll provide you a solution, okay? So the first habit of avoidance I hear a lot of times, and I have done all of these, y'all. Like I said, I'm doing life with you, okay? I might be a habit and fitness coach, but I'm a mom and a woman first who has had to do a lot of unraveling of being a former chronic dieter. So the first one is making excuses. I'm sending you a big hug. Like that might feel like a little tough love, but we make excuses, right? We make excuses for not engaging in exercise because you're too tired or you don't have time or you'll start tomorrow. These excuses serve as a way just for you to justify avoiding physical activity, which is so funny. Like when I talk to one-on-one clients, a lot of times they're like, I know exercise will give me energy, but I'm just too tired to like even try. That's where habit hacking comes into play. And actually I was talking with a one-on-one client and she was like, I just needed to break it down so simple through the habit hacking system I teach to actually do it. And like once you start doing it and getting momentum, you don't need excuses anymore. But sometimes we make excuses as a habit of avoidance. Next is convenience over health. Okay, so opting for convenience foods that are quick or easy to prepare, drive-thrus, then taking the time to actually do like mini meal preps, making a well-balanced, nutritious meal for you and your family. It's a common habit of avoidance, right? It allows you to avoid just the effort and time required for meal planning and meal prep, right? Now, I'm not saying any of these are wrong or like shoulding you or shaming you. This is just real life, okay? I just want you to feel like seen and realize if maybe you're doing some of these habits. Next, avoiding self-reflection. Engaging in mindset work like journaling, using like a mindfulness app. It requires a lot of introspection and self-reflection. And us as busy moms really just kind of avoid these activities because we don't want to confront uncomfortable emotions or thoughts about our own well-being. It's true. And this is why is one of the habits we struggle with the most is anything around mindset. Comparison. Being your own worst critic. Gosh. Busy moms avoid exercise or healthy eating because we're comparing ourselves to others and we just don't feel like, why even try? I could never look like her. I could never meal prep like her. I could never go to like a workout class like her. And seen on social media, especially of seemingly perfect, like I'm holding up air quotes, moms, it can really trigger feelings of self-doubt, and that can really lead to avoiding taking care of yourself because you're like, why bother? Now, what about overcommitting? Filling up your schedule. Now, I know a lot of times our schedule is full regardless. I think sometimes we can be a little bit of control freaks. I know I can. Like when I go out of town, like the things I have to tell my husband, I'm like, why am I not just asking him to like help me with these anyways? He usually does, but for me, it's just like I need to be in control and knowing where everyone's going, where they're going. Do they need a ride? Do they have gas money? Like all the things. So you're constantly staying busy with activities, not only just for yourself and work, but your kids, your household tasks. Like, and this can really lead to you avoiding taking care of yourself through exercise or self-care. And honestly, it makes you feel guilty. It makes you feel guilty to take care of yourself. So you just overcommit in all these other areas and be like, well, I just don't have time. I got all this other stuff going on. Next is ignoring warning signs. Our body is trying to send us red flags sometimes, or maybe like white flags, like waving like, I surrender, help me, right? Burnout, stress, the fatigue you feel, you're irritable, you have these crazy mood swings, you're hangry, right? We sometimes don't acknowledge the way our body is feeling, all the tension and inflammation sometimes that we feel, and know that we know we need to take care of ourselves, but we're just ignoring the signs that our body is telling us, and that can actually be a habit of avoidance. And then lastly, this is a big one. We seek distractions, right? Temporary distraction from like stress or emotional discomfort, like binge watching TV, or the big one, scrolling through your phone. It's a big habit of avoidance. I think that's the biggest one, honestly. It's so easy for us just to pick up our phone and scroll and not get things done or not take care of ourselves because it provides a temporary escape from facing the need that you know you need to exercise. You know you need to move. You know you need to take care of your body, but it's just so freaking overwhelming to do it all. So I'm sending you a big hug because we've all done these. And even as you become a habit hacker within our community and start using the tools and resources and the system that I teach, there's going to be seasons where these habits avoidance creep back in. So what do? I know I promised you a solution. Well, we first need to realize that you're not alone, okay? And that women just have to do habits differently when it comes to our health. So go listen to my private podcast feed, Atomic Habits for Women. You can get it at bit.ly/Atomic Habits for Women. It's linked in the show notes. It's a short 5-series private podcast where we really break down why women have to do habits differently and help you see further why you might need to be, why you're doing these habits of avoidance, and how habit hacking from a non-diet, training for life mentality is what's going to help you gain momentum and take action. Okay. So again, you can listen to that. It's linked in the show notes. My biggest takeaway for you on that is just to have a big aha moment and realize the way we feel sometimes is fueled by diet culture mentality. Unfortunately, we have an all or nothing mentality, all those past failures, and leaning into habit hacking to actually help you take action is going to be the game changer for you. And lastly, something for you to think about, okay? A question to ask yourself is, if you do any of these habits of avoidance, no judging yourself here, okay? And be vulnerable and be like, yeah, I'm making excuses. I'm distracting myself by scrolling my phone all the time. I'm constantly comparing myself to others. We've all done it. A question to ask yourself is, would my future self thank me for this? Would your future self thank you for the habit of avoidance you're doing right now when it comes to your health? Would your future self thank you for not taking care of your health, comparing unhealthy food choices? It goes on and on. The answer is probably not. But your future self would definitely thank you for doing these tiny little habit hacks to take care of yourself and establishing them in order to be an unconscious habit. So you're continually taking care of yourself through the ebbs and flow and roller coaster of life in order to thrive. Okay? So you're not alone on this journey. I am rooting for you. I am sending you a big hug, and I am cheering you on. If you need further help, if you want some more customized habit hacks, I am opening up my calendar for a couple more one-on-one clients for the end of this month. There's a link in the show notes to book a free discovery call if you'd like to chat further. I am just so rooting for you, girl. I'll see you later this week. Hey girl, real quick before you go, if you are ready to take action in creating your own habit loops, then I want to invite you to take the 3-day Habit Loop Bootcamp email challenge. You'll learn how to create your own cue, routine, and reward from that Atomic Habits for Women philosophy that we've shared here on the show. And it's also available audio only too, so you can take it on the go while you're mom Ubering around town. Just go to bit.ly/habitloopbootcamp. It's linked in the show notes as well to start taking action now. And if you love the show, the biggest way you can support me and other mamas like you is to leave a quick written review so we can help more mamas stop dieting and start training for life via habit hacking. Love and appreciate you.